Let's see. Is Rajdeep already on the call? Okay. Isaac, have you got the message on WhatsApp? Kindly let me know, and when you get it, you will project the very first slide. I'll start with I'll start with Cheyune. Cheyune, do you think you can share with us? Cheyune has told us that for him, he has ever sent an email. And like I told you earlier on, we are going to learn how to write emails using the most appropriate language. Let me see. Cheyune seems unable to unmute. So I'm going to ask Hezron. Hezron, can you unmute and you share with us the kind of email you sent? What came to your mind when you thought you had to compose an email? Which kind of language did you use? What would you tell someone who has never used an email about the language we use in emails? Hezron? Hezron is not responding. How about Sean? Hezron's connection is not good. He has left. Any person that I had like around 10 people who told me they've ever sent an email. If you're willing to share with us, kindly raise your hand. I have Petrina. Very good. Let's start with Petrina, then Sean. We'll have those two. Petrina, you go first. Please unmute. Petrina, your microphone is still muted. Okay. Sean, are you ready now? How about Charles? Charles, feel free to unmute. People, are you unmuting?
Excuse me, it's you to allow them to unmute.
Oh, no, I wouldn't want us to do that. Okay.
It's now enabled.
Yeah, it's now enabled.
Okay. So we could start with Petrina.
One thing I know is that in order to send an email, you must have an email address. Like
That's a good thing. That's a good thing to start with. So Petrina, how did you get your email address? Or what is an email address anyway?
an email address is like, okay, according to me, my understand, an email address is like, you see, like how you can have a post office address where they can send your letters to, like in that post office box. So an email address is also something like that. It is like a place online. You go online, like for me, mine is on Google. I use Google Mail. So I registered in Google and I got an email address where by if anyone wants to send me an email, they send to that exact address. And then if I want to send, I use that address and I send someone else's email address.
Okay, very good, Petrina.
Excuse me, Tisha.
Yes, please.
I think Rajdeep won't come because even yesterday he never attended the lesson.
Oh, okay. It is well. A good thing we have many that have ever sent emails, and all we wanted is to just have people on this call that have ever sent emails. It is well. The PowerPoint presentation will take us through. And if we get him on the call, well and good. So now let me hear from Sean. Sean, what do you have to tell us concerning emails?
So when you're sending an email, you need both your email address and the person who you're sending to's email address.
Okay, so in addition to what Petrina has told us, thank you very much, Sean. You must have an email address, and the person you're going to send an email to must also have an email address. These are things we can always learn in our ICT lessons. Yes. Thank you very much for that insightful information. I have Melissa. Amy also wants to say something.
Teacher, For me, I
Yes,
know
please.
that like if you're sending an email to a grown-up, you have to use formal language.
Very good.
You have to
Very
use
good.
formal language.
I want someone to write that. If you're writing in your book, please indicate that when we are writing emails, we must use formal language, especially like Ime has said, if you're writing to an elder, you're writing to the head of your institution, if you are writing to your teacher, if you're writing to your parents, if you're writing to any person who is not your close friend and you must use an email, then you must really use formal language, full sentences. We shall see about that in the slides we're about to see. I thank you, Imi, for hinting on that. Yes, you must use formal language. No jargons, no slangs, no petty language. You must use formal official language. Thank you. Let me see. Somebody else's hand is up. User. Yes, user, you're already unmuted. Kindly speak.
Excuse me, and teacher.
Yes, please.
Like when you're writing the email, you're supposed to write all the names of the person you're sending the email to, because if you don't, the email won't reach to you, to the person you're sending the email.
Are you sure about that? Where do we write this name?
Sometimes at school, teacher.
Oh, like at school.
Yes.
Oh, okay. But as long as you use the right email address, trust me, whatever you write will go. Sean, your hand is up. Do you still have something you want to say, or we should lower the hand?
Yes, teacher. I wanted to say that when you're sending an email, you also need internet connectivity.
Yes, you need the internet, obviously. Thank you so much. So let's go to the next slide and look at our lesson objectives. Isaac?
Excuse me,
All
teacher.
right. Yes, please. Okay. So these are our lesson objectives. By the end of this lesson, each learner who has tuned into this course should be able to explain the full form of email. Email has a full form. It doesn't just start and end like that. Yes, it can be expanded. Email is a short form. And you must also be able to give us the full form of SMS. I want us to learn the language of email and the language of SMS, but you must know them in the full form. And then at the end of the day, you must be able to differentiate the two. Yes, you should be able to know that I can write this in an email and I can write this in an SMS. I can write this in both email and SMS, but I cannot write this in an email. Yes, I want us to learn the difference between the language you can use while texting someone or giving them a message and then sending an email. And yes, friends, at the end of this day, we're going to write at least one email and send it to me. I'll give you my email address. And those of you that don't have email addresses, we shall create time to help you learn how to get an address. Yes, don't forget that we are studying, but our chapter is modern communication technology. And I have a strong conviction that it is a very good thing for you to learn how to use emails, even after understanding the language used in emails, to learn how to actually send an email and it reaches someone. Doesn't fail, but it goes. Yes, very good. Isaac, let's move to the other slide. Very good. Thank you. So on this slide, I gathered some common SMS shorthand forms. So before we read, who knows what SMS is in full? What is SMS in full? I see some people who are running to Google to get SMS in full, but that is okay. When you get it, you raise your hand and you tell us. I'm going to pick Jeremiah. Jeremiah, what is SMS in full?
SMS in full is short message service.
Short message service. Very good. So whenever you're telling someone, I'm going to send you an SMS, you should be informed that SMS stands for short message service. Very good. Do we have any person who knows email in full before we look at these words that we have here? If you know email in full, I have Faith. Faith Trace.
It's an electronic mail.
Electronic mail. We only pick E the same way we have this learning platform that is electronic, and we say that this is holistic e-learning platform whereby everything is done online. You never know, some people right here would never meet, but they send and receive messages. They communicate. Right now I'm communicating to all of you. Let me see how many are on this call. Yes, I'm communicating to all the 69 people on this call because we are using an electronic way of communication. So email is an electronic mail. You will send someone a message without being with them. And this is a common mode of communication in the work world. Yes. When people at work, you hear your mother, maybe your father or your guardian, people at home, the elders you have at home, most times you'll hear them asking people to send them emails, saying, oh, let me check my email. I see if I got your application, if I got your appraisal, things like that. So an email is a very good thing for you to learn. Now, we have shorthand. I've given you this slide for you to be able to know what shorthand is. Shorthand might be like the short forms, for example, SMS, TL, CBH. Those things that are very common when people are writing SMSs. I'm going to request you to mute your microphones unless I ask you to unmute. I don't want to disable the application. Yes, it bothers me when I have to go back to the applications to enable people to unmute when I want them to unmute. Kindly stay muted for the benefit of this lesson. Right now, I'm going to ask Sasha to mute her microphone. Charles, kindly mute your microphone. Thank you. Thank you very much. If you have something to say, feel free to raise your hand. We shall have a wonderful session and all of us are going to benefit. Okay, so for purposes of people whose hands are up, I have Josiah. Is there a thing you want to say? I'll allow you to unmute and you say it.
Sorry, no, I so I left my hand up.
Oh, okay, it's fine, it's fine. So let's keep the discipline. We mute and we listen so that we get to benefit from this lesson. Otherwise, it will be meaningless if I'm talking and you're talking, or if someone is reading for us and you're talking. Okay, so on this slide, we have the common shorthand forms that we meet in SMSs. When you're writing someone a message, there is the liberty that you have for you to write using shorthand, much as sometimes some people hate it. But yes, it is allowed. No one will penalize you or will think you're not, especially when you're texting your age mate, when you use shorthand. So we have very many displayed on this screen. I'm going to ask different people to take a look and they read for me the one they find more interesting. You look at this and what you find to be most interesting, you read it out for us. Maybe some people may not know. I don't want you to be lost if you're texting a friend and he or she puts some shorthand, yet we had this lesson. This is common in short message service. When people are writing text messages, they can always use some of these. So Martha, Tina, which one is most interesting to you? Martha, Tina? Yes, Martha? Good afternoon to you, Martha.
Teacher, I'm clear.
Yes, yes.
The one that is most interesting to me is LOL. Laugh out loud.
Laugh out loud. Or laughing out loud. Maybe you're texting your friend and they send you something very funny, then you put LOL. That stands for laughing out loud. Okay, thank you. Let's hear from Sean.
IYK. If you know, you know.
That is a common one, and I like it. I find it very funny. Like people will be talking about secrets that other people don't know about, or maybe secret information. Like, and then they put that if you know, you know, and if you don't, then you don't. So if you find that, just know IYKYK, it means if you know, you know. This is a language that is allowed in an SMS, especially when you're talking to your friend. I have Angela. Angela, which one do you find most interesting?
FTW. No.
What does that stand for?
No. Where was I? FT. Fix that for you.
Sorry, what does that stand for?
Fix that for you.
Oh, fix that for you. Someone, maybe does something for you or makes a meal for you, and they leave a small cheat with FTFY. It means, Angela, I fixed that for you. I did that for you. It could mean other things depending on the connotation, but most times it will apply to favors that are made for different people, especially people that are loved or liked. Someone has even told us that LOL may stand for laughing out loud or lots of love. Lots of love. Very good. I like your interpretation. I have Charles.
WYD. What are you doing?
WYD means what are you doing? What are you doing right now? Thank you. Then I have Hannah Olga.
Yes, madam.
What
I find interesting there is NGL. Not gonna
does
lie.
that stand for? I'm not gonna lie. I like this or I don't like this. Yeah, NGL, not gonna lie. Very good. Thank you. Sasha? Sasha, are you there?
BTW stands for by the way.
Yes, BTW. By the way, very good. Francis?
POV.
What's that?
Of view.
Point of view. Very, very good. Gloria?
TTYL. Talk to you later.
Talk to you later. Very good. You can take a screenshot of all these and you always refer to them whenever you want. Let me see someone who hasn't said a thing. Yes, Kulthum.
DAE. Does anyone else?
Does anyone else find this funny? Does anyone else like this? That is what it means. Thank you very much, friends. We have very many of them here. We may not exhaust them for purposes of this lesson. We are going to leave it at that. You can take a screenshot and always refer to them. However, I want to warn you about using vulgar language or cursing. Some of these shorthand forms have ugly connotations that are, unbecoming. And when I was getting this list, I found very many of them, and I had to edit all of them out. So I have to warn you, even when you're talking to your friend, try to keep decent, even when you want to use shorthand, because we have it as language allowed in SMS. You must not be, you must not be reckless with shorthand. And please note that even when you're texting people that are your juniors, that are your seniors, like your teachers, your parents, you must also try to avoid shorthand, even if it is an SMS. Shorthand will be reserved for our friends, and those must be very, very close friends if you want to get away with a lot of trouble, to avoid a lot of trouble, and you're not getting away with it. So we have those. We have very many of them. Too long, I didn't read. Buy one, get one. That is BOGO. There are very many. You just need to take a screenshot, and you will follow through. Isaac, let's see our next slide. Savage Queen, kindly don't write on the board. Don't write on the board, friends. We agreed in our math lesson that we did that when we were in S1. Now we are older. We can't be writing on the screen when the lesson is happening. So this slide takes us to the exact content we are looking for today. Language forms commonly used in emails. What are those, friends, we find in emails? Now, I'm going to warn you against writing things that are not coordinated to our lesson in the meeting chat. Let us talk about things that concern us. For example, someone that was giving us email in full, electronic mail, you're doing a good job. But people who are talking about things that don't build the purpose of this lesson, or that beat the entire purpose of our program, I want to warn you against doing it. Don't do it, please. Yes, Daniel, I'm seeing you. I can't see. Don't use this platform, please. Okay, so we are going to look at the language forms commonly used in emails. I started by writing down some of the words that are common in writing an email. Someone out here wants to learn. In case you know how to write an email, and a very good one, don't frustrate people who want to learn. So I'm going to ask us to look at what is displayed on our screens. And if there is any word you can explain to us, kindly raise your hand, and then I will ask you to unmute. If you can tell us anything, what does it mean to compose? What does it mean to subject? What is subject? How about inbox? What is CC in the email world? If there is any of those words that you can explain, kindly raise your hand and share with us. Yes, Melissa? Melissa, please unmute. Melissa, you're still muted. Okay, let's first leave Melissa. JSR. JSR, can you unmute, or it's impossible? Isaac, can you please help people unmute?
Okay, teacher.
We start with Melissa.
Okay. I think subject is what the email is all about. I think subject is what the email is all about.
Very good. Thank you so much. When you get to the email, it will ask you to put in the email address like Petrina explained to us at the beginning of this lesson. Then next you will see subject. And on that you will have to write what the email is about. Like, are you applying for a job? Yes. Are you giving appraisals? Just make sure someone can read from their inbox and they know what your email is about. If you leave your subject blank, that means your email will reach, but it will kind of reflect no title. It will have like no heading, and someone will have to first open it, read it to understand the message you have for them. Yet you could capture their attention using the subject, which also serves as the like some kind of title for the email. Very good. Let me see. I had someone else's hand up. Denise.
I'm going to explain inbox. An inbox is a place on a computer where new email messages are shown.
Okay, thank you very much. When you open your mail, you will find all the messages that have been sent to you. All the emails that you have received will be kept in a place called inbox. So in case one of us starts using emails, don't go anywhere else. If you're looking for the emails that have been sent to you, you must check for them in the inbox. And then those that you send will be found in a place called sent. Sent mails. Sent mails will be. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. How about Edna? Edna, which one do you want to explain for us?
I want to say CC in full.
Yes.
It means carbon copy.
Carbon copy, or maybe a copy to someone. You copy in someone. Thank you so much, Edna. When you're writing an email, sometimes you may find you're writing one message, but it is supposed to be received by more than one person. You find that you're writing maybe to the head teacher, but you want also the board of governors to get such a message. You want your class teacher to also get the same email. So you just copy them in. CC, copy attached, carbon copy attached. And then it means you will just need to send it once and all the affected people will receive it in just one click. Thank you very much. The details of those things can be got in our ICT lessons. We're just getting to just peep at the language used in emails to know what these things mean. I have Max Payne. Max Payne.
Well, I'm going to explain compose. It's like to create or put together something.
Okay, thank you very much. That's correct. So, friends, when you open your Gmail or where you want to send your message from, sometimes you may not know where to start from. But where you see the word compose, that you will even find that word has a pen or pencil right next to it, meaning this is where you tap to write an email and you send it. Yes, that is where we start from. Compose, where you see the word compose, that is where you will be starting from. Never get confused when you want to write an email. Thank you so much, Max Payne. Now I have Sean.
So Madam, I wanted to talk about attached documents, photo, video, or any other file.
Very good. How do we do it?
Let's say they are given you a certain activity to perform. when you're writing your email, they may require you to attach a certain photo to prove that you really did it, like your presence was there.
So how do we do that? How do you do that? How do you make sure you add a photo or video or any other file to your email? Sean, do you know how to do it? Okay, Sean has not unmuted, but those are things we can always learn. So when you see attach, just know they're asking you to put anything from your computer. It can be a picture, it can be a video to accompany your work, it can be anything, a document. Maybe you've had a Word document, so you're texting in your email, letting your teacher know that this is your end of term work, and then you have to attach that work. Very good. Jeremiah?
Yeah, I'd like to discuss about the subject.
Very good.
Yeah, the subject is like talking about a person or discussing about something, whereby you can't send an email without a subject. So a subject is very important while sending an
email. Okay, very good. Thank you. Techno. Someone has Techno P703. Kindly unmute and share with us what you understand from the language commonly used in emails. Yes, please.
Talking about
Okay, not yet ready. Let me now ask Thor. Thor, you have a hammer on your name. Kindly unmute, tell me your name, and then go ahead to explain something.
Okay, I'm by name of Katega Thomas. I'm going to talk about greetings. It is like salutation, like greeting someone before writing an email.
Okay, Thomas, thank you very much. Now, Thomas, I want to ask you, do you have some commonly used salutation in emails that you know?
Pardon?
Is there any salutation that you know which is very common in emails? Yes?
No.
Oh, okay. We will find out. I'll find out as we progress with the lesson. Jeremiah, is there any that you know? I see your hand has popped up.
You can reach a person through many ways. You can, it's according to the day you found someone. Like in the morning or afternoon, you can tell someone, morning, sir, morning, madam. Also in the afternoon, you can say, good afternoon, sir or madam.
Okay, let's say you're writing an email to your teacher. You may say, good afternoon, teacher Safra. I hope this email finds you well. Okay, like we agreed at the very start of this lesson, you must use formal language when you're writing an email. Thank you, Jeremiah. Yes, Martha?
Another polite salutation used in emails. We can say, good afternoon, teacher. I hope your week is going well.
Very good, very good. That's good. Yes, very nice. For some people, in emails, they also salute using dear. Yes, you can say dear human resource manager. I hope this email finds you well. That is good. Yes, Bernard.
Excuse me, teacher, I have a question.
Yes, please.
When you're writing an email, let's say like you're writing it to your school friends or something like that, is it a message you're supposed to use formal language, or you can use the slang since you're talking to your friends?
We talked about that. Thank you for asking that question. When you're writing to a senior or someone holding an official position, I insist that you use official language. But when you're texting, when you're emailing your friend, yes, that one is your friend and that is your code language. It may pass. However, I still encourage you to use full sentences at least. If you must use the slang, then feel free to just use a text message. That means maybe you don't have a lot of time. It doesn't sit well when you open an email and then you find BTW. It doesn't sit well. I wouldn't advise you to use slang or informal language, highly informal language in an email. You would rather use SMS. That's why we had a slide on SMS in this very lesson, meaning that for some things, you may want to use SMS instead of emailing. Because if you get used to the habit of texting your friends using informal language, it may make you feel like you can also text your professor. Maybe you're at the university, and then you say, hi, good morning, and this good morning has letter G and D. It may affect how you use the email system, and you lose out on maybe an opportunity or scores. Okay, thank you for that beautiful question, Bernard. I hope it's well answered. Okay, you're welcome. Right now I'm going to invite Melissa. Your hand is up. Please share with us.
I want to talk about sending kind regards. Like when you're signing off, you have to sign off with kind regards, like in a professional way. It is a professional way of signing off.
Yes. Thank you very much. It is a commonly used language code in emails. After writing what you need, like we agreed last week, I am sending my appraisal. I hope you will respond to me. If there are any areas that need improvements, please let me know. Then you will sign out with kind regards or sending kind regards. It's just a commonly used code language in emails. Instead of saying bye, see you tomorrow, see you later, you may want to just leave it formal and neutral, and you send kind regards or kind greetings, something that is still neutral. We have Techno P703.
Teacher, I want the
Sorry, you're not clear. Can you get to a good network place? Yes, please.
Right here, it's a very good network.
Is any person hearing what she's saying? Come again, you're clear now.
I wanted to say yours faithfully is as a kind regard.
That may all depend on the kind of email you're sending. If your email is having information that may be tampered with, then you may want to sign off, rendering your truth, like yours faithfully. I think this is to the best of my knowledge. Okay. Yes, if you're writing like an application letter and they have asked you to write it in emails, in the email form, then I encourage you to add that to yours faithfully. But if someone already knows you and they're asking for factual information, Then just provide it and sign off in a neutral way. Okay, very good. So I see Isaac is even displaying something very good for us. Isaac.
Yes, teacher.
Kindly leave this projection and explain to us whatever you want to explain on this your displayed page. Tell us that when you want to send a message, you write here. This is where you put the email address of the person receiving. I like what you have displayed. Just go ahead and give it a brief explanation that if you have written your work, this is where you tap to send, this is where you tap to attach files. Let people really see it from this perspective.
Okay. Now, as for here, to put in a recipient's email address, you have to come here. Then you put in maybe the email address of the person you're sending to.
Okay.
Then after that, you can now start. You first put the heading here. You can put, to note, you can put other email addresses here.
Where you want to attach.
Then here you can, yes, you can put another email address there. Then for here you can put the subject of what you're going to, of the message you're going to send. You put the subject. Then you can now writing what was the main reason. The main reason of you sending this message. You start typing it here, and then you can.
Yes,
can
yes,
you
we
hear
can
me?
hear you, please.
Okay, then you can now edit your text using. You're provided with tools here for editing your text. You can bold, you can italicize, and do other things from here. Then if you want to attach a file, you come here and attach a file. Then if you want to insert a link, you also can put. If you want to insert an emoji, you come there and also put it there. An image, and insert a signature, you also put it there. Then you can now come here and then click send after you putting the message that you wanted to put.
Okay, very good. Isaac, can you act as if you're attaching a file? Actually, tap on attach and tell us how we can attach a file. I've already made my Word document. It is on my computer. How do I attach it? Please click on your attach and we see how you will do it.
Okay, if I click on attach files, it will come and tell me that, but then I can click from this to get it from my PC. After that, maybe you can go and get maybe where you put your information. Maybe, let me say this. I open it. And then it will have to load. Maybe here I can put maybe the subject as let me just put it as this. Then I can type now the main reason.
Okay, and then you send your email.
Not even touch the same. Not touch the screen. Not touch here.
Then I can now come and click send.
Gorati, come.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me first mute these people. Thank you so much, Isaac. Friends, this is how it will look on your computer when you're sending an email. Okay, So this same thing can also be done on the phone. Today I'm using my phone, and when we are through with the slides and I've given you the assignment, please remind me to also show you how you can use your email on the phone for people who are using phones today.
Oh, I'm serious. Actually, go and bathe and apply medicine. Or I call you.
Okay. So thank you very much, Isaac. I like what you've done for us. This is how it would look when you're going to use your email. In case you have any questions, you will ask Isaac to help you. I'm very sure by this time, most of us have his number. Because today I'm going to ask you to send me an email, and your email must have the title, and it must have official or formal language. Thank you very much. So Isaac, let's go back to our slide.
Okay, teacher, just a minute. Yes.
Okay, so most of the things here have been explained. We have compose. We agreed that that is how you write the email. That is where you click to write. Subject is the heading or what your email is all about. For example, the work I'll give you today, you can make maybe lesson 3 assignment, your subject. So that when I open my email, I'll know that this is work from the holistic e-learning platform students. Yes, you must give your subject words that are very clear, that clearly indicate the purpose for which you're writing. Then social, we'll have some section that has inbox. Then and the other section on the side will have social, meaning that these are bits that come from your social networks. Like if someone has written to you, has maybe reacted to your picture on Twitter or Instagram or WhatsApp, Facebook, if there is any social media platform that has your email address, you will always find those captured under the section called social. Then others are just formal emails. Others can be promotions. They grade them for you to be able to go to what you want very fast. Then attaching a document photo, someone took us through that. Isaac has taken us through, even with a projected screen. I liked that. CC, carbon copy, or where you attach copy attached to other people who may want to share, who may need the information you're giving. For example, if you're sending me my assignment, but you want to Teacher Steven also see it, you may want to attach his email address if you have it. We talked about how to greet formally. You can just send your salutation, dear Teacher Safra, or dear teacher, I hope this email finds you well. I hope you're doing well this afternoon. Yes, and then you go ahead to write your email. You must use formal English. You must use complete sentences. And you must use a considerate tone while maintaining a composed stature. You don't have to sound rude, even if you're sending a complaint. If you want to use an email and it becomes effective, you must stay composed. Choose your words carefully. Yes, don't be writing an email and say, I came to that hotel and I found a foolish girl. No, your language must still remain composed if you're writing an email. Yes. Etiquette demands that you stay composed even when you're complaining or annoyed. You may want to say, when I came to that hotel on the 24th of December, I found one of your members of staff that didn't treat me well. Her name was Joanne Abok. Maybe you may want, but if you start saying foolish, she even looked ugly. Your email may lose the purpose for which you're writing it. When you're writing an email, your language must stay considerate and composed at all times. Then sign off by sending kind regards. Now, in this image, we have put the etiquette guidelines for writing emails. one, you must use a professional email address. Like Petrina told us at the beginning of this lesson, if you want your email to reach someone, you must use their professional email address. Now, concerning that again, when you're writing, you're getting or composing your email address, let it look sane. Imagine if you're going to apply for a job and they say, okay, can you share with us your email address? And then you say savagenigger@gmail.com. Someone may really sign you off and may not even take you through, thinking that you're not a serious person. So even today, for people who don't have email addresses, as you're getting your email address, try to keep it professional in case you will need to use it for professional purposes. If anything, emails are supposed to be serious engagements. So let's have professional email addresses. You have seen some people who have email addresses that you cannot even project on this screen. Like the words chosen, the names put are not professional in any way. So choose your email address carefully. If your name is too long, then choose one name and maybe put a letter. As long as somebody else has not used it, they will allow you to have it as your email address. You don't have to be wild in choosing your email address. Like we talked about this, always include a clear and concise subject line. Be clear when you're putting your subject. As I've told you, when you open your inbox, only subjects will be seen. So if someone has a subject that is unclear, you may not read their email first, or you may not give it the attention it deserves. So always choose your subject carefully, because that is what the recipient sees first, and it should be able to tell them what your email is entirely about, and they will really read it very fast. Use appropriate greetings and sign-offs. I have told you, you will greet someone formally, hoping they are well, and when you're signing off, send them kind regards. When you're writing an email, you will need to keep that serious tone. Otherwise, if you say, hello, I hope it's raining over there, that greeting may not sit well in an email. You may need to say good afternoon, teacher, or good afternoon. Maybe you put my name, good afternoon, Miss Natasha. I hope this email finds you well. Then you go ahead to write what you want in that body. Don't forget to paragraph your work. Yes, when you finish writing about one thing and you want to skip to another, you may want to skip a line. If you're typing, skip a line and then continue writing your work. Then consider your audience. I think it was it Jerome who asked about when you're writing to your friend or writing to your seniors or juniors, it is very important for you to consider the person who is going to receive your email, and you write accordingly. Yes, if you're writing to someone you've never seen, you don't want to misrepresent yourself by using slangs or informal information. It is very important that you consider the person going to receive your email. Consider consider everything around them, especially concerning the subject of discussion, and then you will have a wonderful email. Before you click send, please proofread your email, go through it, read it again. I think you can read it twice to be sure that you have spelled all your words correctly, you have included everything you want, then you have written very well, your language is still good, it is still considerate, and then you can send your email. So before you send, first proofread, read again to prove that everything in your email is exactly what you want to send. You don't want to send an email and then when even the undo button is gone, you want to retrieve it. When an email is gone, it is gone for good. Maybe you'll have to send another one explaining yourself. That is why you must proofread your email before you click that blue button. Normally it is blue for sending your email to the recipient. Okay, Isaac, take us to our other slide. One of our last ones for today. Yes, here is our assignment. So today I want you to write this. 1, I want you to write for me an SMS that you would send to your friend, inviting them to your birthday party. Feel free to use the shorthand commonly used in writing SMS. The first slide that we had, which showed shorthand. You're going to write an SMS. This one you can even write in your book, or you can write and take a screenshot, which you will attach to your email, which is your section number 2. So I want you to write an email to me. I'm going to ask one person to read for us the question. If you can see it very well and clearly on your screen, kindly raise your hand and you read it for us. Okay, I'm going to ask Mercy. Mercy has not said a thing, so I'm going to allow her to unmute and she reads for us this question.
Yes, teacher. Write an SMS that you send to your friends, inviting them to your birthday party. Feel free to use the shorthand commonly used in writing SMS. You have keenly looked at your holiday study timetable and you think the holistic e-learning platform should consider adding at least 2 hours for students to study ICT. Compose an email that you would send to Mr. Kaziba Stephen, the program coordinator, to front this request.
Okay, thank you so much, Mercy. So, friends, most of us here have told me that they know how to write an email. Those who don't, Isaac has been very kind to share his contact in case you're stranded and you don't know what to do. Please reach out to Isaac, and then he's going to help you. His email address is right there. I'm going to copy it for purposes of always sharing our work. And then his number is 0707983803. Please respect his work and his privacy. Don't use his number for things that are not welcome in his world. Try to keep sane. Don't make him regret the choice to share his contact and email address. Yes, let's use it for purposes of developing each other. Now, I'm going to also share my email, but like I promised, I want to also show you how you can use email on your phone, especially if there is someone out here who has a phone but they don't know. So Isaac, I think this is our last slide. We are going to share this work in the WhatsApp group for people to follow through, and we are waiting for your work. Okay, Isaac, you may now stop sharing for me to also share this screen, and then we will learn how to write an email address. Okay, yes. Do you contact? Okay. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, very good. So people, if you are using your phone, depending on the type of phone you have, you may want to first download an app called Gmail. That is if you will be on Gmail. Are you seeing this app under X? Gmail? Right here. People kindly respond. We want to do this very fast. Are you seeing Gmail? Very good. If you're using your phone, you're going to download this app and have it. Like we agreed, you will have your email address. Then come here on Compose. Are you seeing Compose on the lower right of my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So you will tap Compose. Then you write here your email address. 2 means the person who will receive your email address. Then This email will be showing where it is coming from. Any wise student has already seen my email address. You can write it down. This is my email address, amsafra23@gmail.com. Someone can even say amsafra2023@gmail.com. I'll write this in our meeting chat. So that is how you start. Then here you will write the subject. You may write here lesson 3 assignment. And that will be what I receive here. Then you start composing the email. Yes, you can say, dear teacher Safra. You see, even email is well versed with this greeting, that even when you say dear teacher Safra, I hope this, they have already added for you, I hope this email finds you well, to know that it is a common greeting. So you just adopt it and continue. Then you may say, kindly receive my work. Attached a copy of my typed assignment. Something like that. So you continue like that and write everything you need. Don't forget to stay composed and neutral. Don't be rude. Just write your work like that. And when you're through and you want to attach using the phone, you see up here on the upper right, still right here you attach. Then Gmail would ask to access the photos on your phone or the documents. Then you give it access, and then you continue. Then when you're through, you will send. If you put here your email address, then send is this button in front of the attach button. Let me see if I had this. So you send when you have a valid email address that you're sending to. I could copy Isaac's email address and put it here for purposes of having it sent. And then we see how we progress. So I hope this helps people who want to use the phone. Most importantly, go to compose and start writing. As long as you have this email address, it will go. The work will go. Okay, so let me share my email address, and I allow you to allow you to do your work. Please remember that if there is a capital letter and you don't make it capital, your email will not go. If there is any capital letter, try to keep it capitalized. If there is a small letter, then keep it small, and then your email will go straight to the person you want it to go to. When you write at Gmail, don't forget to put .com. Have we all received my email address?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I'm going to share this PowerPoint in the Senior 2 class WhatsApp group. Feel free to go through it again and then do the assignment. I'll be waiting for your emails. Please take time and practice. Make sure I can get your email. Make sure you can send someone an email and it actually goes. So I thank you very much for taking part in this lesson. We have covered the difference between the language used in email and then the language used in SMS. We've agreed that for email, you must use formal language, you must use complete sentences, you must use words that are fully written and well spelled. Yet for SMS, you can use shorthand, you may want to use some, informal language, especially if you're texting your friend, but we have put a line on that. Still, even when you're texting your seniors, you may want to use complete sentences and official language. So I thank you very much. I've shared my email in our meeting chat. Many people have confirmed that they have seen it. So I'm going to ask you to leave at leisure. That brings us to the end of our lesson. Thank you very much for being patient with us. I want us to thank Isaac. Can we go to the reactions and clap for him? Thank you very much, Isaac, for helping us have this lesson. Yes, very good. Someone wants to be excused? Yes, please. Yes. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. May God bless you.
Teacher,
May
some
God
of
keep
us
you
want our
well.
friends' email.